All right, guys, you will be working on a shortcut scavenger hunt today. So you will want to open the program, whichever one you'll be using, whether it be Photoshop or Photopea. And in Schoology, you will get this form here. Now, I've already put a few in there, and I will show you why. So, for instance, in Photoshop, F is the format view. So basically, let's pretend that we're working on that one. If I'm here in Photoshop and I hit F on my keyboard, not Control F, just F, you can see that it changes the way that my view is shown. So for instance, if you want to see what your artwork looks like, without all the crap around it with the tools and stuff, you can just hit F. I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that one because then if you kind of get stuck in this view, you can just continue to hit F until it comes back to the original view. In Photopea, it does the same thing. Okay, so whether you're using Photopea or Photoshop, they mostly function the same way, but some of these might be different. So there are a couple of tricks that you guys can use as well. So if I look over here at my toolbar and I just hit, let's see, for instance, if we're looking right here, this is the move tool. If I hit V on my keyboard, then it automatically switches to the move tool. The thing that's nice about that is that I can mouse over these things, and if you see, it will tell you what tool it is, and in parentheses it will tell you what the shortcut is as well. So that might be a good idea for trying to at least get the name of tools. Another important thing to realize is that whenever they have these little triangles at the bottom right hand corner of each tool, that means that if you click and hold, there will be other versions of that tool or other tools entirely that are in that same area. So once again, with Photopea, it's similar that way. You have this little piece on the edge there. If you hold down, you will see that there are extra additional tools down there. If you mouse over things, it once again tells you what the tool is and the shortcut that it has. So those are things that you want to play around with. The bigger thing is you want to try to figure out what it does. So this, for instance, let's actually look at one of the ones that we already have here. So the quick mask, one of the reasons why I gave this one to you guys is because it's very hard to see. It ends up being this one down here. So if you look at this tool here, if I hit Q on my keyboard, you can see that it switches onto the quick mask. When you're on the quick mask, it functions very differently. So just know that you're going to want to turn that off before you're done. The other change that you'll notice is up at the top here. When I hit Q on my keyboard in parentheses, it's going to tell me that I am in quick mask mode because it's a completely different mode and it's used for making specific selections. Let's check out Photopea. Let's see that. We've got it right here and it still does the same thing. It doesn't tell you up here, but you can see that there is a shift back and forth in the history here. Okay? So basically what's going to happen is, because it doesn't tell you what the quick mask does and you can't really figure that out, but you just kind of want to play around. So for instance, if I'm on the brush tool, I can see that it makes marks, right? So you'll want to say what it is and what it does. And you just want to try to experiment to see if you can figure out what it does. You're not going to be able to fill out every single one of these. You're just going to be doing the name of the tool, just the ones without control for today, and on Monday you'll be doing with control. So don't submit this form today. Keep in mind that you have today and Monday to work on it. So, take your time. Some other ones when you get to Monday that you're going to want to keep in mind, Control W will close the window. So that will get rid of the file that you're working on. In Photo P, it will close the tab. So that's definitely not one that you want to experiment with, and that's why I gave that to you. Same thing with Control Q, which will quit the program, which makes you have to start all over again, and that's not fun. Control P is for print, and Control T is transform. So I can show you guys those later, but there's a reason. The ones that I went ahead and gave you, there's a reason why. When you get to it on Monday, once you get to the control options, if you click down on each menu, you will see that the shortcuts are also listed in the right hand side of each one of those things. So you can use those, but you still have to be able to tell me what it does, not just what the tool is, but what it does. Okay? So the name of the tool and what it actually does. So like I said, you're not going to be able to find out every single one of them, and that's fine. I would say about 5 of them are going to be pretty much impossible for you to figure out. So I just want to make sure that you have the bulk of it finished. If you have about 5 of them missing between both of them, that's okay. If you have more than 5, then points will start to be taken off. Okay? All right, good luck, guys.